AU suspends Egypt from all of its activities, and Gauteng's legislature joins the rest of the country in praying for Madiba. I'm Richard Brooks. The African Union has suspended Egypt from all of its activities after the military coup. This follows an urgent meeting at the AU headquarters in the Ethiopian capital Addis Ababa. Millions of Egyptians have been rallying against President Mohamed Morsi. They blame him for a collapsing economy and for failing to build an inclusive government. The Egyptian military has placed Morsi under house arrest and is also arresting scores of members of his Islamist party, the Muslim Brotherhood. International Relations spokesperson Clayson Mandela.
In line with the African Union's constitutive act, we don't support anybody that comes to power through unconstitutional means. And accordingly, we support the decision of the African Union Peace and Security Council. We are of the view that what needs to happen now in Egypt is that all stakeholders must be encouraged and supported to begin an inclusive process of dialogue to resolve the current crisis through peaceful means. And South Africa and other members of the AU would be on standby and ready to support that process.
Gauteng's legislature has joined the rest of the country in praying for Nelson Mandela. He remains in a critical but stable condition at the Mediclinic Heart Hospital in Pretoria. ANC Chief Whip Brian Klongwa has led a prayer session attended by various faith groups in the legislature. Pearl Magubane has more.
A great leader who stood for peace and unity. These are just some of the words said by speakers of various political parties as they gather in honor of the former President Nelson Mandela. The Speaker of the Gauteng legislature, Lindiwe Maseko, says Mandela did not discriminate against any race nor religious group, and therefore South Africans should always honor that legacy. Maseko also says a prayer is more powerful when people come together, and wishes Madiba and his family strength. SABC News, Gauteng Legislature.
A large contingent of police have gathered outside Impala Platinum mine in Rustenburg. This as mine workers prepare to march to the mine demanding fair treatment and working conditions. Kusatu's Solly Petwe says workers are demanding that the mine open the closed offices of NUM. Rival union AMCU says it has majority status at the mine. Petwe elaborates.
This march is about demanding that the NUM offices that have been closed in Lone Mill and Impala be reopened as immediate effect, that software who are not able to come back to work due to the threat and intimidation, and they must come back to work. Those software must be protected. They must be able to do their work. 6,000 jobs that are going to be lost in the Anglo Platinum. No worker must lose the job.
The National Institute for Communicable Diseases says there's no need to panic after 2 confirmed cases of the influenza H1N1, previously known as swine flu. 2 people, a doctor and a patient, have died, apparently due to complications related to swine flu. The influenza strain killed hundreds of people globally, including South Africans, when it emerged 4 years ago. The Institute's Cheryl Cohen.
There have been cases who have had confirmed influenza who have died. This is not unexpected. Every year, several thousand people in South Africa, in fact, will die related to the severe complications of influenza. Most of these individuals will be people at high risk who have underlying conditions such as heart disease or lung disease, or elderly people or young children. But we shouldn't have any alarm if we do see a small number of influenza deaths each year, because this is expected as part of seasonal flu.